Hi guys, I am Lindsay. Welcome to Finding Temperance. Today we're going to do our reading a little bit different than the way I've been doing it. I'm going to actually do the reading here for you, and then at the end I'll do the summary so that you can choose to just fast forward to that if that's what you want to do. Let's see. This deck today, we'll start here. So we're going to do our thoughts, feelings, and actions like we always do. Then we will do the blocks to those thoughts, feelings, and actions. And then we're going to do next steps. What can we do next to help provide us with clarity and keep us moving forward? Okay. So first we'll focus on the thoughts. Thoughts for today. Okay, guys. What are our thoughts going to be focused on today? And how about actions? Ooh. Okay, feelings now. I wonder if I think we're gonna do it a little different today. We're gonna do, because I said actions, we're gonna do our thoughts, which will lead to our feelings, which will lead to our actions. Okay, a little different. Ooh, our thoughts. Four of Wands. We're looking at security. We're looking at celebration. That's beautiful. Our actions, let's make sure I don't mess this up. Our actions, we got the King of Coins. We're talking about more stability, success, security. Okay, so then this is leading to what feelings? Eight of Coins, putting in that work. All right, so just real quick, we have our thoughts here. If you can see the happy couple there, they're building security. They're building a future. It's a celebration, okay? Our King of Coins, okay? Slow Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. We have the tortoise here, but he carries the world on his back, and it doesn't weigh him down, okay? So very successfully and securely working towards stability and wealth, okay? He supports anyone who needs it. And then Eight of Coins, these are our feelings. The Eight of Coins is about putting in the work, right? So feeling like we need to do the work and push forward, push beyond whatever obstacles are getting in our way. So in this one, you can see that she's really struggling to create her pentacles, okay? Even to the point that her hands are red and they're hurting, but she understands that this is something that she has to push through, and she will get through it, okay? So the action today is pushing through. No, the feeling is pushing through. Feeling like you need to push through. The action is to be secure, to take it slow and steady. And the feeling is that you have to keep pushing forward, working no matter what. Okay, let's look at the blocks. What are blocks to our thoughts? The Moon. Illusions, not knowing what's real, what's fake, not knowing who to trust. Okay. Actions, we have the King of Wands, okay, which is King and King. The King of Coins, action, King of Wands. The King of Wands is about taking solid action, following his passions, okay? And then we have the Two of Cups here, which is more so than the Lover's card, is a card of relationships, okay? And so you can see here, they've formed a bond, a relationship with each other. You can tell that they love each other. So as in the block position, we have the King of Wands blocking the King of Coins, the King of Wands with the Two of Cups. So what I'm getting is this, it's probably a person and a relationship, a deep connection that you have with someone, a person who wants to do their own thing, but this relationship is somewhat holding you back from that stability, okay? And maybe this is part of where the thoughts of not knowing which way to go, not knowing where that's coming from. That could be where those thoughts are. Okay, so then feelings. What's the block to our feelings? Oof. Ooh. Okay, Hanged Man, perspective, putting ourselves in a difficult situation to try to see it from another angle, with the Three of Swords, right? The heartbreak card. As a block here, the Hanged Man puts himself or herself, puts their self in a difficult situation. They purposefully and purposely put themselves upside down so that they can see something from a different angle. Now this Hanged Man is connected to the Three of Swords. This Three of Swords is interesting because it's the story of a couple who she cuts off her wings so that he doesn't know, but he does know because he's secretly spying on her. So there's this element of betrayal and lies to try not to hurt each other, okay? This keeping secrets is not helpful. So as a block, we have the feeling of needing to put in the work, but also feeling like maybe we need to look at it in another way. And I'm getting like maybe feeling as though we're being selfish, which totally connects to this Two of Cups, to the Moon, to the King of Wands. You know, this King of Wands, maybe they have a passion, maybe they have a project that they're trying to pursue, or a career or something they're trying to do, and you love them deeply, but so you're starting to, you feel selfish, and you're trying to look at it from another viewpoint, and that's keeping you from maybe putting in the work, feeling like you need to move past these obstacles. And so your thoughts are, what do I do? What's the right choice? What's reality? What's illusion? Okay, so now let's get into our next steps. Ooh, I knew this deck wanted to see me today. Okay, thoughts. Page of Wands. Okay, so thoughts need to be more free. I don't want to say reckless, right? The pages, usually pages are still. They are students, they're learners, they're trying to take in information. This page has a fire and a passion within her. She has an excitement. She has lots of ideas. So now what I'm getting is take your creative ideas and write them down, okay? Take your creative ideas and write them down. Be passionate about it. Move forward with it. So essentially, whatever thoughts that are coming to you, don't lose them, okay? Make sure you get them written down somewhere. Get excited about them. Believe in yourself, all right? Actions. What do we got for actions here? Okay. Ooh, 7 of coins in reverse. Okay. So 7 of coins is about patiently waiting, about recognizing that you're building a harvest. This 7 of coins is a little different here. This 7 of coins, especially in reverse, I think is I don't know if it's telling us to pause, to wait, to celebrate our blessings, or if we need to look beyond that. What I'm getting is looking beyond everything, the stability that you have, that you've created and are looking forward to, okay? And we have the same fire with the King of Wands here, okay? Oh, it's so interesting. We have the fire from the King of Wands, and we have the Pentacles which was from the King of Coins, okay? So now we have 2 figures here with both suits being represented, fire and earth. I feel like there's maybe, I just feel like the message is to take action and move past it. Almost like yeah, we're supposed to appreciate our blessings, but don't let them make you stagnant, okay? Don't get so caught up in this stability and security that's being created that it prevents you from moving forward on your journey, moving forward from being your true self, okay? And let's do feelings. Ooh. Oh, damn. Okay, so feelings, we have the Devil and the Tower coming out together with the King of Coins. So it's funny, I just did a video, or was trying to do a video on these 2 cards. It'll show up eventually. But the Devil and the Tower are cards of change, of spiritual growth, and really reflecting on what we have in the material plane. What are we suppressing, and what are we suppressing? What are we ignoring? What are we focusing all of our energy into that could be potentially dangerous for us because we're avoiding and ignoring something else? Okay, so now this is in the column of feelings, okay? So what this is referencing is addressing some feelings that you're having, okay? So let me break this down for you. Oof, okay. With the Devil card, we have putting your energy into something, especially in the material. We're talking money, we're talking sex, we're talking politics, okay? Taking those feelings and really dumping them into there so that you're not having to, you're not looking at the spiritual plane, okay? The Devil card, especially like in the Rider-Waite deck, really focuses its energy down onto the earthly material plane. But the thing is, it becomes a tunnel vision, okay, where that's all that you can see. So you really need to be evaluating your feelings on maybe on a relationship, maybe on who you love. Maybe you're avoiding dealing with a heartbreak or a betrayal. Maybe you're not facing it. You're not allowing yourself to see or feel the reality of the situation. And what that is going to do, if you continue to suppress it, it's going to cause an explosion. Our subconscious mind, it has to come out some way. Okay, so it can come out in being like self-sabotaging, or spiritually just around us, events can start happening to start breaking down the illusion and the facade that you've built. Now, the devil with the tower is actually the next step in the progression of the major arcana. So that means the tower comes directly after the devil card. And the tower is this card of the tower itself represents the material physical plane, and the lightning represents spirit. Okay. And basically what ends up happening is, after you've suppressed all of these feelings and you've built up this illusion and this facade around you, if you can't peacefully handle it, deal with the emotions, deal with the illusions, acknowledge that you have created these illusions, and choose to make the moves to move out of that, then if you can't do it peacefully, it will be done violently. Now, violently doesn't have to mean physical aggression, but it can mean like in a way that isn't pleasant. Okay, this can happen within your mind. Emotionally, you can have a breakdown, right? Remember, this is in the feelings section. There could be a breakdown coming. And with these cards is the Knight of Coins. Okay, so we have the King of Coins, we have the King of Wands. Oh, excuse me. One second. Okay. King of Coins, King of Wands, Knight of Coins. Knights are action. Knights are forward movement. Knights are youthful and ambitious and believe in themselves, okay? Because they don't have all of the worldly experience to hold them back, okay? Now, the Knight of Coins, he's the knight of morals and values and following through on what he truly believes is right. Now, it doesn't matter if we agree or disagree with him, okay? It doesn't matter if people have opposing opinions. He knows in his heart what he believes is right, and that's what he's going to follow through on. So it makes him dependable, because you know which way he's going to move. You know that he's trustworthy. You know what his feelings and his beliefs are. And even if you don't agree with them, at least you know you can trust that. Okay, so as I say this out loud, like, maybe you're not addressing your feelings for someone else that you can trust. Okay? So what do we have here? We have, let's break it down top to bottom. In our thoughts column, we have the Four of Wands, thinking of stability, thinking of celebration. Now it's sort of becoming, as we continue on the spread, maybe thinking of marriage. The block here is not knowing which way to go, not knowing what's real, okay? And the action to move forward is, I was saying before, to write down your passions. And so now I'm getting, because these are the steps we need to take, you need to journal about what it is that you're going through. So the thoughts that you're having and following your heart, following your passions, the action in that is really getting your thoughts down on paper, journaling about it, recording it, speaking it, how it needs to come out of you, and you need to be true and honest with yourself. Okay, so actions came out next, right? And the actions we have right now are the King of Coins, taking action to build stability and security. Okay, now this is slow and steady, which is also represented by the turtle and pentacles. Okay, pentacles are a slow moving suit, but it's very prosperous. Like I said, it's very secure. So the action here is moving slowly towards that stability that you're thinking about. The blocks are this King of Wands and Two of Cups. So the block here is what I'm getting, this relationship, the Two of Cups here, this relationship that maybe you already have, where you have this King of Wands who's following their passions, following their heart, but the block is that it can kind of hold you back because you're trying to do what's best for them, what's best for the relationship, what's best for the stability that you're thinking about. And in essence, that's causing you not to follow your heart. Okay, the action in that was the reverse Seven of Coins. Okay, so we ended up with the suits here of the kings. We had the fire and the coins, and normally this would be about being patient. It would be about, sort of taking account for your harvest. And the action here, I believe, is not to wait on it anymore, right? Not to allow everything you've been working toward to stop you. Don't let it stop you. Okay, and then feelings. Feelings came out next. We have this feeling of the Eight of Coins, which is the feeling of needing to put in work, needing to move forward, knowing that there is a struggle coming up, but you have to push through it regardless, because in the end, the success in it is going to be paramount, is the word that I'm getting. All right, now I just noticed it here. She's hurting, she's crying. Okay, so the feeling here also is this like pushing forward, even though you're maybe angry and upset. And now I'm making this connection to the other feelings that are connected here. It's like this stifling energy of work. Okay, so the block that came out was the Hanged Man and the Three of Swords. So you have your feelings of knowing you need to put in the work, being angry about it, being frustrated about it, being upset about it, maybe even being resentful about it. But the block here is the Hanged Man, thinking that you need to put it in a new perspective, and the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. Okay, but particularly with this Three of Swords, it's about this relationship here, this Two of Cups. It's about not being honest with each other. Okay, it doesn't mean that anyone's passion or drive or purpose is wrong, but there may be a breakdown in communication, and while you're trying to see it from another perspective, you're not fully being open and honest about what you're feeling. Okay, and that has to come out, because if you continue to suppress it, it's going to explode. Okay, so then moving forward, what's being emphasized here is to stop suppressing it, to face the facts, to acknowledge maybe even that maybe you're using work to avoid what you're feeling. Okay, maybe you're using this forward progress to avoid what you're feeling. And what is going to end up happening from that is destruction. There's going to be an explosion of some kind. It is associated with your feelings and emotions. So it could lead to a breakdown. It could lead to a fight. It could lead to total destruction because you're not speaking up, right? Within the relationship. Maybe it's the both of you, but not speaking up about your true desires. It doesn't mean that you guys shouldn't be together, but it means that you need to have a solid communication and understanding of what each of you is trying to do, okay? And what I'm getting now is one person's journey is not the other's. If you guys can find a way to work with that, great, but you need to be open and honest with each other. Because if it doesn't come out peacefully from you or between the two of you, it's going to come out in a more violent way. Again, violent, not necessarily meaning physically violent emotionally, okay? And they also came out with the King of Coins. All right, so I had two things here. One, that maybe someone is interested in a King of Coins. Not King of Coins, Knight of Coins. Ooh, maybe it's the King of Coins. Okay. The morals, the ethics, the stability, the being able to trust. But the other thing that I'm getting here is this is associated with really being honest and true about what you're feeling and where you're going. Okay? So you guys, it's really about needing to share what is going on, even if someone's not going to agree with it, okay? Because the Knight of Coins wholeheartedly has his ethics and his values, and no one's going to sway him from it. Following through with that, no matter what someone else's opinion or feelings may be, but needing to be fully open and honest about it. So that's the reading. These readings are getting kind of heavy lately. What I am going to do is I'm going to pause this video right now, and I'm going to do my breakdown of the cards, just looking at the cards, and give that summary so that it's a little bit faster for those of you that prefer to just get the summary and the solid breakdown of it. Okay, hello everybody. Today's message was very interesting. We have the thoughts, feelings, and actions column. We have present, blocks, and what do we do moving forward, or where do we focus our energy. Okay, this is the summary and the breakdown. If you want the longer version as I sort of talk through it, then you can go to my YouTube page, Finding Temperance on YouTube. I'll include the link, but otherwise, let's do this summary version and get down to it, okay? So thoughts are on security, stability, and possibly even marriage. Today's message is definitely about a relationship. If it's a romantic relationship, if it's maybe a friendship, or maybe has to do with family, really strong relationship vibes were coming through, okay? We actually came out, what did I say? I said thoughts, feelings, and actions. It actually today came out as I was speaking through it, thoughts, actions, and then feelings. So it was our thoughts creating our actions, and then feelings came last, which is something in and of itself that we'll get to, okay? So with thoughts, let's go down by column. What is blocking these thoughts of being secure and stable is not knowing what's real, not knowing what the truth is, not knowing who to believe, being confused about which way to go, all right? The action here was to follow your heart, follow your passions, and write it down, okay? Maybe journal about it, speak to someone about it. But here, this page, usually they're very passive. This page is action oriented. She's ready to move forward towards her passions. And as we progress through the reading, you're going to see that this passion and fire needs to be able to come out. Okay, so actions here, we got the King of Coins. Okay, taking actions towards wealth, stability, long-lasting security. Now, the actions are, as you can see, we have the Turtle and we have Pentacles. So it's slow moving. It's also building strong roots. Okay, so you are taking action and progress towards that, though you may be resentful about it. We're going to get to that. Okay, or you are not. I shouldn't say may. You're feeling resentful. The block here, this is where the relationship comes in. The Two of Cups is definitely this relationship, partnership card that is full of support. It is full of love. Okay, this is not a relationship where one person feels more strongly than the other. But what we do have is another person, right? So we have person A and person B. Person B is also following their hearts and their passions, and they want to move a bit more quickly. Being that it's a block, what I'm getting is that instead of following your hearts and passions because you want to have that stability and that security, okay, your actions of moving forward for yourself are actually being blocked because you're allowing this other person in this relationship to follow theirs. You're trying to support them, but in essence, this is causing you some resentment because now you're not following your dreams. Okay, the action that we need to focus on in order to help us move forward and bring some clarity, Seven of Coins in reverse, which is interesting because we got the coin suit in here, but we also got the fire suit in here. Seven of Coins would be a card of being patient, of tending to your harvest. It's in reverse, so what I'm getting is maybe not to be so patient. There is something that needs to be brought up. It needs to be discussed because there's a block to this moving forward. Okay, the action here is going back to the table and discussing what it is that both of you really want. Okay, two people, both suits, and we have with the corn here, we have the stability, the security, okay, of building our harvest. Now, what are the feelings? Well, feelings right now are these feelings of putting in the work and being resentful. Okay, so it's this feeling of I know I need to do the work. I'm gonna push through it. I'm not gonna give up. Okay, but Pentacles are slow. This is moving very slowly for you, and you're feeling resentful. And it's very possible that it's moving slowly because you're not allowing, but you're more focused on supporting this person's dreams and passions. You don't want to get in their way, but it is creating resentment. Okay, and this is something that's happening in you. It's how you're feeling. Okay, and it's important that you express it because it may not actually it may not be the truth for the other person. All right, maybe if you give them the opportunity to have that discussion, sorry about that, maybe if you have the opportunity to have that discussion, you'll realize that they also want what's best for you, right? Because we have this super loving relationship. Okay, but what is happening here, the block, is we have the Hanged Man, which is your perspective on things, and we have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. So what is coming from here is that you are, you're putting yourself in this difficult situation here. You're causing suffering for yourself because you're trying to take on a different perspective and you're trying to see it from the other person's eyes. Now, this brings in the Three of
Swords, specifically the story behind this card, because she cuts off her wings to hide it from her lover so that he doesn't feel scared or intimidated by her. He's spying on her, seeing her doing this, but he's not telling her. He can't tell her that he's okay with it because both of them are doing this in secret. Okay, so there's all of this pain being caused because the two of them are not communicating with each other. All right, so moving forward, what is the action? It got pretty heavy here. Okay, we have the Devil with the Tower, and this has to do with relying too much on vices. What I'm getting is you're just focusing on that work, right, in order to avoid what you're actually feeling. But those feelings are going to build. They're going to build up in your subconscious mind. If you can't choose to face them yourself and face them peacefully, in comes the Tower, and it will be done for you, and it will not be fun. Okay, you have the Tower here, which represents your material world, what you physically see here on earth. Okay, it's the idea that the only thing that is real is what you can see. Okay, which means you're not actually seeing what is real for the other person, because you guys aren't talking about it and you're not seeing it, so therefore you don't think it's real. So if you can't come to terms and face these feelings that you're having, there will be an explosion. It's a feeling. It might be an argument or a fight. It might be an emotional breakdown. Okay, perhaps not communicating with each other could result in disaster in this relationship, which we know you don't want. And then in comes this Knight of Coins. Now the Knight of Coins, he is true to himself. He's completely honest. He does what he believes is morally right and ethical. Now, other people disagree with him, right? This is a world of opinions, but he knows who he is. He's very secure and strong-willed about it. And what happens here is he's very trustworthy, okay? And this, again, especially with the Pentacles, brings in this this stability, because even though there may be disagreement or difference in opinions, okay? Where'd she go? Even though there may be disagreement or difference in opinions, at least you're being honest about where you stand, okay? That is what leads to the stability and security, okay? That's what creates this harmony, because you're being true, you and the other person are being true to yourselves, and that is something that you can work with, okay? Don't be quiet about it. Those feelings are going to come out. You're suppressing some feelings. You're going to explode. You need to be true to yourself. You need to be honest about your dreams, where you want to go, either what you want with the relationship, what you want with your life, what you want moving forward. Don't be so scared that this is going to cause the end of the relationship, that this is going to cause too much trouble, okay? I see real love here. Whichever way that it ends up. But if we're not addressing these feelings, I can't emphasize this enough, if we're not addressing the feelings and being true to ourselves, to our passions, then there will be the explosion, okay?
I hope that this reading resonates and helps someone, whoever it needs to. Let me know in the comments if it resonates with you. Show me some love, give me some likes, subscribe, and turn on the notifications if you want to be alerted when I upload more. And thank you for stopping by.